Such a good season we're in right now, right? Not lost exactly where we need to be. We may think we're lost, but if we could pull out and watch and view our story from another perspective, we would see that in our journey, we are exactly where we are supposed to be. Uncertainty is a part of our journey. No story is full of complete clarity. Think about it. When you read a story or you watch a movie, how do the characters start off? Kind of mysterious, right? They have to build that character development, right? They leave aspects out in the beginning so you can become aware later in that story and it all ties together and you're like, oh my God, right? In those spaces where we are in a liminal space and like we're feeling uncertain and we're feeling lost, it's like that's a place of character development, right? That is where your soul is being developed, right? It's like being worked out, it's being molded. It's learning how to have faith, how to apply, how to not just absorb, right? We need to absorb information, experiences, and then apply it. Apply our knowledge, apply our skills, apply our gifts. That's where the confidence is, in your execution, in your action. That's how you activate it. That's like the water. Like a lot of times we think, let's say your boss comes to you and you're like, yo, I need you to do a presentation for the whole team. And you're like, I don't have the confidence to do that, right? You have the knowledge. That's why the boss is asking you. Boss knows you got the knowledge. That's why he's asking you. But you're like, I do not have the confidence to do that public speaking in front of 50 people, Mr. Boss Man or Boss Woman. You think now you have to go get the confidence to go do that, not realizing that experience activates the confidence. That's where you get the confidence. You're not going to find it, right? You're not going to go for a walk and find it. You're not going to look in your closet and it's going to be in a box. You're not going to find it. It's already within you. And then you step into that experience and it activates. Now, what can you do before that experience? Of course, well, you can prepare, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail, right? And that can help you feel more ready. But the confidence is in that experience. Then you're going to do it and you're going to realize, oh, wow, it wasn't that bad. I could work on this aspect and that aspect, but I did it. I'm alive still. I was reading this near-death experience on Medium. I don't really scroll social media much anymore, but I do like to use the Medium app and read articles. And there's this one guy on there. I like to read his articles about near-death experiences. And he interviews all these people having near-death experiences, and they're quite beautiful. They're quite beautiful. They're quite lovely to read. And one experience, someone passed away and said they were in this like beautiful glowing light, and it was just full of love, and they were just like, they were home. They didn't even want to come back. They're like, yo, don't send me back to earth. And then they said that they were having like some type of like life review of God, or just like all this like light. And this essence was just laughing while looking at the life. It's like, why were you tripping over that? He's like, look at you over there. You were stressed for no reason, not realizing all the gifts that I gave you, not realizing it was all going to be all right. That was just an experience you were having. And God was just laughing. And I was like, that's so cool, right? Imagine that. People think like, people are always putting out this idea, oh, you're going to die and God going to judge you and be like so mad at you. What if God's just laughing? He's like, look at you. You were scared to do that little speech, not realizing what I put into you, just having a good old laugh, laugh it off sometimes, right? The things that we are going through, laugh it off sometimes, use humor, use comedy, learn from it and be like, in hindsight, everything gonna be all right. And know that you are guided and gifted. Know that the Most High, your highest self, whatever your spiritual or non-spiritual beliefs are, know that you are guided, you're gifted. And they're probably just laughing. They're like, they don't even know how much we love them. how much we got them. They don't even know. But one thing I know for sure, a breakthrough is about to come. I know that. I know that because something I've always learned, that clarity often arrives after we have been wrestling with life, wrestling with our own mind. You ever be like stressing about something so much, thinking about it, and then you realize like, oh my God, boom, clarity hits and the answer's there. It's just like a volcano, right? A volcano is erupting for so long and then boom. So anytime I'm really kind of stressing about something or trying to seek some answers, sometimes I'm like, chill, come back, have a sound mind, and know that because you have so much energy and attention invested into this thing, it probably means that a breakthrough is about to come. You're like at that eruption point right there. It just hasn't quite exploded, right? Clarity often arrives when we settle the mind. Sometimes all we gotta do is step away. Step away. You know, you could be working on your craft, you know, writing something and you experience some type of, we could say a creative block, but maybe you're just judging your work a little bit too much. Sometimes just going for a walk and completely turning the mind off will, boom, give you the clarity that you need. Now, you were struggling, trying to find the answer, but all you really needed to do was cultivate a sound mind. Clarity often arrives when we settle the mind. Breathe into this moment and then remind yourself, yo, man, our breakthrough is about to come. Yeah, you know, this season it has been a little bit like a drought, but I know a breakthrough is coming. I know it's happening. Isn't it so beautiful that we get to experience patience? Oh, I get to experience anticipation. Ooh, I get to be nervous about something. Ooh, I feel good. Right? That's the human experience. You gotta kind of start looking at those emotions just as like, just like a different ride at the amusement park. Like some rides you go on because they scare you, right? Some emotions, they don't feel that great, but look at it like, ooh, that was a ride. That was fun. That taught me something. I get to be patient. I had to wait 3 years while applying myself on this one thing and nobody believed me. And I had to work 3 years at it. And then finally something happened. And wow, all that anticipation, all that work, all those doubts, all those worries. Oh man, what an experience. Now I have a story. Back in the day when I used to film for artists and the first, like, yeah, I guess it was the first bigger artist I worked with was Sean Kingston. At the time, he's still a multi-platinum producer. I'm not sure. I'm not a singer. I'm not sure what he's doing now though, but, mega hits, mega songs, international star. And I remember when I went to go work with him, I was in Puerto Rico and I was filming, and it was my first time in Puerto Rico. I was like, my first time really on I've never been on a festival tour. Like I'm talking about 80,000 people out when you step on stage. It was insane. I was like, oh my God, there's 80,000 people in front of me. I remember the next day we were filming on the beach, and I had this deep sense, a voice hit me, and it's like, Heinz, you have a story. I was like, no, I don't. I'm just the guy behind the camera. That guy's got the story. That guy's Sean Kingston, And I just kind of tuned out that voice because I didn't know what it meant. I was like, what are you talking about? You have a story. It told me I had a story to tell, but I didn't believe it. Right? I was like, no, I'm the one that tells stories. I film other people. That's what I do in hindsight, shot in hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, fast forward, so many different things happened in my life, different emotions, experience, great ones, you could call them negative ones, relationships, this, ups, downs, just so many things, came into that breakthrough, right? A breakthrough came and I realized, oh my God, I have a story. And oh my God, I want to tell it. And oh my God, I want to share it, but how am I going to do that? I don't even know how to do that. But I was like, oh, I have a story. We all have a story. The greatest story you will know is the one that you are living yourself. It's just up to you if you decide to share it. It's also up to you if you decide to live it. Because sometimes we're not living. We may be breathing. We may be walking around. But are we actually living? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the reminder deck in hindsight. 33 reminders to support you in your expansion and renew oneself. The holy grail of reminders. This is self-care. This is color therapy. Yeah.
It's actually a very nice experience.
Coming to you. Make sure to add it to your self-care routine. Your energy is an investment. Get yours at .com.
Well, that was fun.